All right, here we are for another science warm-up. Hopefully you have done your job and you have tried all of the questions first, used your process of elimination skills, your problem-solving skills, and now you're just checking your work. So go ahead and switch to, hopefully used blue or some kind of non-red color to answer these questions. And now you can go ahead and pick the red drawing tool to fix your work. Maybe I'll even show you an example of that in this video, since we haven't done a lot of that this year yet. It's really important when you're correcting your work that you don't erase or scribble out to the point where you can't see what the previous one is, especially in a situation like this where I'm not going to mark you down for having incorrect answers the first time, because this is more about practice and thinking. So when we correct our work, it's important to still be able to see what we initially thought, both for ourselves and for the teacher. Because if I'm looking at your work and I see that you got 2 of the 5 questions wrong, but I can see what you initially thought was the answer, it can help me identify where I may need to add extra support, or maybe I just need to work out a few kinks with you, or that maybe you need a lot of extra support. So it tells me a lot as well as yourself. All right, Monday process skill of the week. You designed a car for a downhill race. The wheels won't stay inflated. What is the best possible solution for this design problem? Okay, let's just say, for sake of showing our corrections, that we initially chose A, but that is not correct. Okay. Now what we can do, once we find out the right answer, oops, well, that's all right. I don't have my mouse with me right now, but so we mark it out, but I can still tell what was chosen, and then we will show what the correct answer is. So the correct answer here is actually B, right? If the wheels won't stay inflated, what we need to do is look at why won't they stay inflated, and whatever our change is, typically it would make the most sense if it had to do with the wheels. So we would change the material the tires are made of. Tuesday, vocabulary term of the week. Which of the following are properties of matter? Hopefully you said D, all of the above. Remember that mass, another term we usually use, is weight, but we are starting to learn that mass and weight are actually 2 separate things. Weight has to do with the gravitational pull, and mass is how much mass we have. Okay. Volume, density, we haven't learned a whole lot about density, so if you guessed just mass and volume, that does make sense, but density is also an option, and you will continue to learn more about density. All right, Wednesday misconception of the week. What is wrong with this statement? The sun and all other stars are the same size. So it is not that there is nothing wrong with this statement. The sun is a star, so B is false. Some stars are larger or smaller than the sun. That is true. And the sun is the only star in the solar system. That is true, but in our solar system, the sun is the only star. But the problem is this statement is talking about the size. So even though D is true, it is not the right answer, because they weren't talking about whether or not the sun was the only star in our solar system. They were talking about the size. So Thursday graphic of the week. And remember, you have your zoom in and zoom out tools. You may need to utilize those on charts if they are smaller so that you can see a little better. The chart above shows the average monthly precipitation for Akron. Sorry. How much precipitation was there in October? So then we will search for October. We look and we follow the line back and it's just above 2. So they all say 2. Now we have to figure out quarts, inches, milliliters, or millimeters. So we can look at the graph information where up at the top it says in inches to find that B is the right answer. Let me zoom back out. All right. So remember, you can always, for these kinds of questions, look back at the questions on the first page to see if you can use those to help you answer the questions if you don't know them off the top of your head. So number 1, rain is collected and measured in a rain gauge. The sun is a medium-sized star. All matter has mass, density, and volume. I apologize about my dog. 1 second. Brainstorming is one way to come up with possible changes to a design problem or solutions. Sorry, solutions. And brainstorming you can do individually, but most scientists tend to brainstorm with other people because the more minds, the better. And then give an example of each of the 3 states of matter. Use words and pictures, and don't forget to label all of your pictures. Awesome job. Have a great day.